Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the Federalist Broadcasting Network. I'm your anchor, Jackson DR5. Today, we're going to be focusing on three main topics: the establishment of the Federalist Broadcasting Network, the upcoming President of the United States race, and a merger between the UIP and the Federalist Party that has just come to light. So first off, we have the establishment of this wonderful news agency that right now isn't as impressive as I'd like it to be. As you didn't see, we have no intro. I don't really have that many reporters right now. I'm hoping that getting this video out will allow more people to come and join me so that we can get doing big things. Something I have in mind is I'd like to get a blog talk radio type show going, maybe, if it's possible. Whatever is possible. But this YouTube thing is definitely going to keep going as long as we can make it work. Expect at least weekly news programs on every Sunday. Probably going to be released Monday if I'm running behind. But every week, unless something really stupid's happening and I just can't get to a computer. Alright, so if you are feeling interested in helping me out with reporting, you don't have to be a Federalist, you can be anyone. We're trying to cover party news, other party news, and then national news, international news if that ever happens. So anyone at all who wants to do this, you can come and join. I don't care where you are, where you've come from, etc. And we have an intro in the making. It's just not done yet, so I wasn't going to wait to post that. There was already news. News comes out when news comes out, not when we want it to. Alright, so next up is the race for the President of the United States. And I interviewed earlier today, Halliman and Oblige, who are the current candidates. No one else has signed up yet. Alright, so I talked with Oblige first. Just a couple things. I'm going to post the total screenshot of our conversation in the description below. And so you can read through that there. I'm not going to go into a huge, lengthy discussion about that, and for the sake of keeping this video short. Yep. But a couple things about him. He's the current Secretary of State, one of the Supreme Secretary Generals of Terra. He's a major in the Special Forces, sits on the National Security Council, been a 4-term senator, 2-time deputy Speaker of the House, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And he says his number one goal, well, actually, I asked him for his number one goal, but Oblige isn't very good at counting. He gave me 4. First one, he wants to bring back a lot of the activity that's been lost over the last couple months. Not exactly sure how he's going to do that. He said he wants to keep that kind of a secret. Second, he wants total liberation of our territories. Kick those guys out. No more Poland, no more Serbia. Not here. Not on our shores. Then, there have been some supply issues in the Army, not the USAF in whole, but just the Army branch, and he wants to fix those. He wants to make it so that everything's running smoothly in there, just make the whole USAF much, much better. And then fourth, he wants to continue strengthening the relationships that we are having with our individual allies, not just the ones in Terra, but the ones that we have in Eden and in other countries. Since we've been turning around, we used to be a horrible ally, the U.S. in general, so now we're turning this around, and we're coming, and he wants to reach out to countries and strengthen our ties with them, which will definitely help us out. A couple things that he's released in his cabinet. His vice president is Rainy Sunday, because Rainy Sunday is amazing. Just to name some people that will be in his cabinet: Vanek, Artella, Soviet, Neil Raps, Jersey Girl, and Marcos the Black, Angelini, Alexander, excuse me, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but I don't know how to pronounce your name, Alexander Octurius A squared, for those of you who see him on IRC. I missed Camel, my mistake. Plus many, many, many more. And I asked him, what is one characteristic you believe a President of the United States should have? He says they need to have direction. They need to know where they're going, and they need to have a plan to get where they're going. It took him a while to figure that out. or not to figure that out, that makes it sound bad. It took him a while to think that up, so it must be good. He definitely has direction. I talked to him, he definitely has direction. But you can see the conversation in the description below. He said he wanted me to say this to you guys. He says, America's on a road trip. We're all in the same car together, and the president's the driver. And there's a long, long way to go. We got a long way to go to get where we're going. Who do you want behind the wheel? Just think about that. It's your choice. Not your party's choice, it's your choice. Then I talked to Halliman. Halliman has been President of the United States before. Those of you, he was President earlier this year in January. And he says he wants to be President to get stuff accomplished that he's been trying to accomplish for a long time now. He's bringing in a mostly fresh new cabinet to, get rid of all the old stuff that's slowing us down, bring in new ideas, new leaders, wonderful things, so that we can keep progressing forward. His vice president is DeFescus, Secretary of Treasury is Leroy Combs, and the chief of staff is Soviet. More people to be announced in future articles. I didn't really press to get these guys to give me their stuff so that they could release it as they wanted in articles. The main reason I made this was because the Federalist Party poll started today, and I wanted to kind of give people some insight into what the candidates looked like. And he said, anyone has any questions, send him a PM in game. I'm going to link his stuff below. He really wants to talk to you guys. He wants to be an involved president. So feel free to contact him. And yeah. Next one, his goals are obviously get Poland and Serbia out, like anyone would do. No one wants them here. They're not paying us to be in here. He wants to get more people in the USAF. He's going to do this big recruitment drive for it. He wants to change the tax code as well to make it a little more fair. And then he's going to outline more stuff in future articles. As that comes out, I'll add more stuff into these videos to make sure you guys understand what's going on and keep you guys informed. And then he said one thing a president has to have is ambition. They have to have the drive to perform well, and they have to keep that drive throughout their term. We've seen lots of presidents over, at least as long as I've been alive, who die at the end of their term. They just get completely burnt out. It's a really intensive job, but they need to keep that ambition all the way through. So yeah, that's the things that I found out from talking to these awesome people. Again, our conversations are below. My name in the whole thing, obviously, is Press Cat. Just to make it obvious that I was interviewing for the FBN. Alright. Next up, we have our final story of the night. The UIP and the Federalist Party are doing a merge. Now, this isn't so much of a merge of both of them coming together. It's sort of the UIP is just coming in. Because the UIP has some active people in it, but at the same time, they got knocked off the top 5 a while ago, I'm pretty sure. So we're getting about 15 people coming in and merging with us. If there are 15 people, I'm assuming they're going to be really active, and it's going to really help the party out a lot. Federalist Party and the UIP have been, the Federalist Party's been running UIP members under their banners for Congress for quite some time now. It's been a pretty constant thing, Dan Wang mostly. But we've had good friendship with each other for quite a long time, and we hope to continue that friendship under the same banner, under the same party name. Alright, so that is all we have for this day right now. Just a couple quick obvious things I'm sure you're all seeing. We're beating Serbia now. We're beating what many people consider the number one country in the world. Some people would argue it's Poland, but it's arguable. Yep, Serbia's been arguably number one for a long time. Even though they're small and they're not noticed as much as Poland is, because Poland is huge. About a week ago, I think it was trying to invade Russia just for the sake of creating a ring around the world that was just Poland, because what else are you going to do when you've pretty much invaded every other country on the map? You just have to complete this giant circle and use it to troll everyone. So, yeah, we're beating Serbia now. This is amazing. Poland is still kind of there. We're slowly pushing them back, but we will oust these invaders. Last time we got invaded by Spain, Poland, Serbia, Indonesia. National Security Council just said we're going to get taken over. We're going to get wiped, so we help everyone else. This time we didn't get wiped. So now we're going to fight back. We're going to push these guys out. We're going to make sure this flag is on every state. Alright, so that is all we have for tonight. Like I said, if you would love to help make this program much, much better than it currently is, which right now I'm not too happy with it. I want more people getting involved. I already have a logo in the making. Talio is being awesome in doing that. Mr. Kitty Bottoms is helping me out with the intro as soon as I can get the logo. And then I just need reporters because I can't do this by myself. I need active people who are willing to go around and ask people questions. It's a lot of fun, and it doesn't take that much work. These interviews, doing them side by side, took me about half an hour, 45 minutes, I don't know, look at the timetables. But I was going really slow with them, and Oblige had a lot to say. I'm not criticizing that. If you have a lot to say, it usually means you know what you're talking about. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this. If you could leave a like at the bottom, down there somewhere. You can never tell where it is. I think it's like right there. I'll figure it out. Someone will tell me. Someone will tell me. And subscribe up there to keep an eye on us. Every video I will post on the Federalist forums, and once we get bigger, probably the national forums. But even so, when you subscribe, it proves people are definitely watching us. Since YouTube's view counter is broken, it sticks at 300 for whatever reason. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully we can get more reporters on, and maybe you won't have to see my face all the time. Alright, we will see you guys later. Thank you for watching.